Hello, and welcome to episode 20 of Ryuutama, aka Travel, where we're talking about frozen yogurt. Froyo, I think, is underrated. And Summer, you said that it's only good with a bajillion frozen-ass gummy bears. I would counter that Froyo with popping boba is the greatest thing on this God's earth. Like, it's so good.
I've never had that.
I haven't either.
I do like it with gummy bears, though.
I was gonna
I've
say
had-
gummy bears or cookie dough bites.
Ooh.
Are
See,
both.
I've had like Asian shaved ice
Mhm.
with mochi and boba and anything you could possibly name, and it's all amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only assume froyo with similar toppings would be great.
Yeah. So full disclosure, I've never had bubble tea, I think it is. The
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that everybody
Good.
loves that has like
It's
little
weird.
boba pearls in
It
it.
is-
Right? And those
Yeah,
are
the
like
It's
tapioca balls.
really weird.
those are like a solid thing, right? Like a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
sphere, compact sphere
They're,
of
they're
whatever
little,
it
they're
is.
little tapioca balls.
Yeah.
So popping boba is different. Popping boba is roughly the same size, but it's like a little squishy, like gelatin, I guess, and the inside has like a sweet liquid in it, like super sweet fruit juice or something.
So it's probably
that
the
when you
same
bite
thing.
it,
Probably a
it-
tapioca ball with something on the inside rather than just a tapioca ball.
it's so good.
So gushers, basically.
It's Gushers.
Gushers,
tapioca
but like,
balls.
but you know when you chew into a gusher and you bite into it and then it just sort of like leaks some like sugar juice into your mouth. The popping boba
Yes.
like legitimately pop. It's amazing. It's great. It is a wonderful experience and I highly recommend it. Also, hello, welcome to our show. We've been doing this for a long time and we're very organized.
We're very good at it. And you're still watching it. So if we're bad at
Yeah,
it, that's
so-
your
Look.
choice.
Look, if they're still here and we're talking frozen yogurt and toppings and things for dessert,
They
that's
love
fine.
us.
Yeah. It's not our fault if you have bad taste. So I'm gonna go around and we're gonna do intros, even though I literally just played with two of you yesterday, but we're gonna do it anyway. Jess, how you been? Because I don't think I got to ask you how you were yesterday. We just jumped straight into like this is
Yeah.
who I am stuff.
we
So-
did this is who I am and random icebreaker question and discovered gender is a cryptid because it confuses me
Yes.
constantly.
Hashtag gender is a cryptid. No one can prove it's real.
And I just don't handle it. Yeah, so how have I been? Well, Fire Emblem is how I've been.
Nice.
Every goddamn day. It's insane.
Every single day. Uh
The notifications, I'm like, literally for like the 15th fucking day in a row. Back at it again.
listen,
Krispy Kreme.
look, if I could start the stream earlier and not sacrifice some of my audience, I would, and then I could play longer, and maybe that wouldn't have to happen. But I am trying to get through some fucking content,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to a very turning point in the plot, and I
Ooh.
am 1,000 times more worried than I have been every time we've mentioned this.
Time skip yet?
That'll probably be tonight.
Ooh.
That'll almost definitely be tonight.
Ooh,
I have
boy.
so many concerns about my dear house leader.
From what I understand, knowing virtually nothing about the story, I suspect those concerns are warranted. So
Yep. Yeah, no, we found that out
good
last
luck.
night.
Gird,
It's fine.
gird thine heart.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. This is fine.
Yep.
I
That's
almost
all I got.
I almost just called the setting in that Ferelden, but no, it's Fodlin.
Fodlin, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Ferelden's somewhere else entirely.
I mean, also a place that gives me deep concern
yeah.
And joy.
and joy.
Bear. Ah, jeez. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad Fire Emblem is treating you to A good
80
story.
hours of route, man. And
Jesus Christ.
three routes.
Those quotations concern me.
3 routes.
Oh my god. Fuck, dude. That's a lot of game.
That's a lot of game.
And
they're all substantially different from what I'm hearing.
Ooh, that's always my
That's something special.
That's my greatest disappointment when I play a game that has like multiple endings and different routes to play is when like most of the game is the same and then like the end of the game is different. It's just like if you're gonna do that, let me skip to that end of the game part because that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the same part of the story 4 times and then 4 slightly different parts of the end.
Yeah, no, this appears to be pretty substantially different past a fairly early point in the story. So
nice. Yeah. I think the
intelligent systems have outdone themselves.
I think what was the last game I played where I had that problem? I think it might have been Dragon Age where I was like most of this is like the beginning, like the very beginning of Dragon Age Origins is slightly different depending on what you choose for your character.
Oh yeah, your different character origins, and then
the end
the
is
whole
like
ass middle.
yeah, fucking like 95% of the game is the same. 2.5% at the beginning and 2.5% at the end.
Yet still worth playing all the way through every time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I played that game, I mean, probably fewer times than some people here, but I think I played that game like 4 times in a row. But
I mean,
yeah.
Real talk, if we're talking about how many times you've played from start to finish, I have played Origins once. If we're talking about how many times you've started a game and gotten to a point and then just didn't continue, that's more like 10. I played all the Origins, picked the one I liked, continued on, fucked up somewhere, couldn't continue, basically, and had to start over. So, you know, that was the thing that was problematic about that game is like if you could easily put yourself into a kind of a corner where you couldn't advance well because it didn't have like, I think the enemies didn't replenish in areas.
Well,
So
no, Dragon Age Origins, it's linear, so there's only one place.
If you were to ask me what the problem with Dragon Age Origins was, it was the fade. And having to do the fade every time you played the game. That was
That's why people made mods to allow you to skip it.
It was really cool the first time. The first time I played the fade, I was like, this is cool. The 5th time I was like, this is cool.
Same.
Every other time I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a segue, so we're just gonna go continue on. Summer, how have you been in the last like 12 hours?
Been great. Yeah, I felt like today was just one really long series of deja vu of me redoing the same fucking project again. I lost a bunch of files, as I mentioned last night, and one of those I needed for tomorrow for promo for our podcast, our Urban Shadows podcast, East Beach. So I had to re-record everything. I had to go hunt down the videos again. I had to just fucking mix everything. It's fine. It didn't take me that long. I got it done. It's not a big deal. That's what I've done in the past 24 hours or past 12 hours, whatever, however long I've been awake. And I left the house once, and I went to the store and picked some stuff up.
I'm impressed. Leaving the house is a big step for me, at least. So.
I mean, yeah, because I really genuinely or generally don't leave the house with Wes very much, just because it's a lot of work. And also he'll be like, happy baby, happy baby, happy baby. The moment we get into the car, mad baby. And then mad baby the whole time that we're out. And then mad baby until we get back. And mad baby till he's asleep. And so that's something I try not to do by myself very much. I generally make a fleet come with me, so I have like a buffer between me and Wes and his anger.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah. But yeah, so I got to actually leave the house on my own for like an hour, which is really nice when you stay at home all day every day and do nothing.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. But when you just sit exactly where I'm sitting right now all day every day and do the same thing every day, it's nice to get out.
Mood.
Yeah.
So you know how they're like dog walking apps? There should be like a streamer walking app. Like, just
take me out.
Grab a friendly neighborhood streamer and just like make sure they get some sun, a little bit of fresh air.
Yeah, God. Honestly, I basically have that. I have a friend who comes over to watch Wes sometimes, so I can do like other shit. And just having a person like that is so nice. So
That's
nice.
so
Because
good.
I did the thing where I moved away from my entire family and then immediately had a baby. So it's like normally we'd have grandparents who would just be there all the time to take care of baby. But we refuse to move back no matter how much they beg and plead. So we're doing it to ourselves.
I think that's fair. I mean, I hear Seattle's pretty great.
It's great.
I mean,
It's great, everybody. I'm
West
not here to
Coast,
say
West
whether it's
Coast.
better. I'm not here to say whether it's better than Nashville, Tennessee, but it is better than Nashville.
It is.
As somebody who lived in Tennessee for my entire life,
My husband
it
would
is
agree
better.
with you.
Fair. Oh,
Tennessee's
jeez.
cool. Tennessee has curved mountains, which we don't have here. They're all pointed with snow. But Tennessee is like mountains with curved tops.
Huh.
And trees that go all the way over.
I just call those hills.
They're too big to be hills, I'll tell you that.
Weird.
Way too big to be hills, but yes, I do. I like a nice pointed mountain.
Noted, Lindy.
So that's what's up with me.
Cool. Well, I'm glad to have you here
not
for
good.
our super chill and also super organized episode.
Same.
Lindy,
Hi.
who has been here for so long, you know, she was the first person on the call tonight. How have you been? How you doing?
Good. I left the pub to come here, which
The
should
milk.
tell you guys how much I like you.
We rank higher than a pub. Hell yeah.
I mean, I should hope so.
You don't know my pub.
That's fair.
I was there every Sunday night for 5 years. Religiously.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Good
Like,
God.
I walked in, was like, hello, manager name. Because I'm not going to know me. You're going to know exactly who and where it is. But yeah, so, and they was like, oh, hey, been a while. And I'm like, yeah, it's been too long. He's like,
Sorry.
no, they sit here. We walk in, and they go, oh, no. You don't have to wait. You go sit here. That's how much of a pestilence we've been upon this place. But yeah, so went there, had a drink, came back, ready for some Ryuutama. I've had a weird week. A lot of stuff's gotten rearranged and shifted, and schedule-wise, stuff's happening, and been preparing for a friend's wedding next weekend. So I'll let you know how that went next Sunday.
Ooh, 2 Sundays.
Oh, that's right, 2 Sundays.
Yeah. So I'm terrible.
How
You're fine.
dare you take a break?
How dare you?
How dare.
After me, who has not missed a single session, why would you get to take a break?
I mean, I'm not having a baby, so like,
What?
I
No,
technically,
Dylan, we all thought you were taking a break for the baby.
All thought we were taking a break for the baby.
Who's
gonna take care of the baby?
that's true.
That's true.
Congratulations, Jess.
you get the
I'm really
most
glad you're here for
dedicated
this. I have
award.
an award for you right here.
Perfect attendance. Actually, it's more like for some reason when I'm not here, Dylan decides to cancel the show. I don't know what that's about.
You rarely miss an episode when somebody else isn't, right? Like usually
That's
when you're
true.
like, I can't make it to this to a show this weekend, someone else is like, I also cannot. So
Yeah. You just have really, really good timing.
Yeah.
Okay, next time that Jess needs to cancel, everybody, we all have to make sure sick, however we're feeling, on the road,
We have to show
we're
up.
here.
we gotta end that
perfect
streak.
You can be fucking miserable, but we're gonna break that streak.
I'm sorry, I can't make it to the funeral. I have to fucking ruin my friend's like winning streak on a
Perfect
thing.
attendance streak on a stream.
Excuse me?
To be fair,
Send
I
my
think most
condolences.
funerals are at 8 p.m.
That's
So-
fair.
It'll just be like, I'm sorry, I can't come to the wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Weddings, F that.
Weddings.
You'll
Weddings
probably
are
have another
overrated.
one.
Oh my god! Summer!
Odds are.
Holy fuck!
Odds are not in any of our favors.
Woo, woo, woo. The cops are coming for you. Holy shit!
So that
I'm
extremely
so-
spicy take.
Summer!
This is
I'm
family
sorry.
Keeping it real,
Take it
I
back.
see.
show. Gonna take back
Oh god.
You'll not do that at weddings. Do you not take bets?
No!
On a funeral.
I'm
Oh.
not a monster!
I probably will at this next one.
Oh my god.
Lindy's like, you just gave me an idea.
I to be fair, I have not been to a lot of weddings. I understand
Yeah.
many people have been to just a fuckload of weddings, and I have been to, I don't know, probably 5.
Yeah, same.
And
That's a decent amount.
Like 5 is my like liberal guess. That's like the most. I've probably been to fewer. I just don't feel like trying to remember them. But like every time I've been to one, I've been like, these people, they like each other. They will probably get along and things will work out. So far, I haven't been wrong.
Yeah.
But
I
part of that
think
is haven't
so.
been to like 20 weddings.
I'm in
I've been in
the
3.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
How are
been
those
in-
going?
2? Which
2
one
of
which
them
was
are
my
no
own?
longer. One of which
Give it
I knew
time.
was going to be the case going in, but I was like, you're my friend. I guess I need to support you.
Yeah. The support factor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I love going to weddings. We're in wedding season right now where all of my friends from college are all getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, a lot of them are with dirt bags, and I just don't see it happening for them. And the 50% comes from
Fair.
somewhere. So I might as well have a great time. Well, I'm feeling really bad for them. Is that sad?
I don't know if I could do that. And maybe that makes me a bad friend. But, like, I don't know if I could just be like, oh, sure, I'll be there. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Oh, I literally told
Well-
one of my best friends not to fucking get married. Like, before she got married, I was like, don't do this. This is a mistake.
They don't
This is a bad
listen.
idea. They don't
Yeah, they
listen.
won't.
They do it anyway.
They don't
The best
listen.
the best you
Well-
can do, go along until they need your support in the
That's
aftermath.
right. And don't fucking say I told you so.
Yeah.
As much as you might want to.
Well, yeah, because that's
Yeah.
just mean.
That's what
Well-
the mutual friends who also told the same person don't do it are for. You can tell them like, we all
Well,
knew it.
you can also say
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
you so after it's been a while, right? Like, once it's been a while and they're over
Well,
it, then
once
you
they're
can be
happier and moved
Yeah.
on from sad, broken relationship, then
Exactly.
yeah, you can be like, oh my God, remember that time before your wedding when I told you not to get married and you did it anyway, and then you spent a lot of money getting divorced?
like, what a good time.
I told you so.
Yeah. You just set up like a
It's
time
funny now,
release-
right?
You set up like a time release email for after your death. That's just
Yeah.
like,
Oh my
I told you so
God.
to everyone that
Oh
you
my
ever
God.
were totally right about.
Sorry, everybody. I'm being really a big bummer. I'm sure as a person who's married, I'm hoping that it's going to work out for the best. So
Fingers crossed, I guess.
fingers crossed.
Good luck.
I feel pretty good about it, but so does everyone when they get married.
I mean, listen,
That's not
in my
true.
case, the one where I was like pretty damn sure it was not gonna work. They weren't even old enough to drink the fucking wedding toast, okay?
Yeah.
I was like, you are too young to make this choice. Why are
I
you
mean-
doing this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate for a second, because
Some people get married really young
I'm-
and last forever.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the
I
white
know.
guy here, so I have
know
to.
friends
But
who met at a summer camp in middle school and dated long distance throughout high school and college, and then got married, and they're fantastic. They're
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
adorable.
it fucking happens. I just had one of my closest friends in middle school. Her first crush I can ever remember her telling me about. They went all of middle and high school without ever fucking dating. Started dating after college and are now engaged. And I'm just like, they had a thing for each other for like forever. And it's like weird. They both dated a lot of other people and now they're together. And I'm just like, oh, it's so nice.
I'm so happy for that.
I know,
See,
me too.
they dated other people and then got back together.
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
This was first crush, first date.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Well,
married.
which, like, so my opinion here, that nobody asked for,
Dylan,
is
what's your
like-
opinion here?
thanks, Summer. My opinion here is that, like, you can do it, but you need to, like, the point of, like, either not getting together in the first place and then getting together later, or like breaking up, dating other people, and then getting back together. Like, the commonality there is growth. And if you can get together and continue growing as people,
Mhm.
it can work out. But
Yeah.
if you can't do that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's really hard to do, like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's
You need
the
to have-
issue.
Yeah, you need to be a really self-possessed person that can
Mhm.
exist without that other person. Like, you are
Mhm.
not just so-and-so's girlfriend, significant other,
Yes.
boyfriend, whatever. You are your own individual person. They don't think of you in tandem. Like, if other people are thinking of you together only, there's
Mhm.
probably something up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does happen. I mean, there are people who fucking marry their high school sweethearts and aren't together for fucking ever. So, but
It does
Cheers
happen.
to
It's-
them.
just gotta flip that coin, I guess.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Anyway, this is a
Beach
game show,
episode.
right? Isn't this a game
So,
show? Don't
this
we
is
play
a-
games?
this is a show where we
Beach
play a
episode,
game.
not wedding episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Not
true.
yet.
For that.
Here's the great thing about TTRPGs is that every single wedding can work out.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I do
It's
like that.
in fact rare that they don't. Right?
Yeah, I actually.
Unless you play a game that I made. But other than that,
That's true.
Or unless you
Yeah.
make your character and you're like, yes, I've murdered my previous 8 husbands. Hello, here I am.
oh yeah, that's true.
That's
Unless you're into that.
that was a fun character.
But other than that,
Jesus,
in
Lindy.
they like I
I
would say
am
like
intrigued.
90% of the time, weddings in TTRPGs work out.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah. Because you got there's no social pressure to get married in a role-playing game, right? Like, there's definitely
No.
social pressure to get married in real life, to be like, well, we've been together so long, I guess we should get married, or like, everybody is asking us if we're gonna get married, so maybe we should get married, or like, that's the next step, obviously, so we should get married, which aren't necessarily the greatest reasons, I say as someone who's never been married. But like, in a role-playing game, I feel like the opposite pressure is there. Like, there's a little bit of awkwardness of like getting married in a game that sort of discourages you from actually doing that. Certainly not everybody feels that awkwardness, but I feel like a lot of people do. And so if you want to get married in a role-playing game and you actually go through the effort of doing that, like, everybody has signed on at that point. Everybody is like, fuck yeah, this is a thing that's happening. So like,
Yeah.
it's less likely that you're gonna run into like, oh, well, I guess I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. I love that in this particular game there is social pressure for one of the characters to get married.
Yes.
Which is kind of buck
Yep.
wild and so fun for us to deal with as a group.
Thanks for that, Jess.
That's never going to come back up, right, Dylan? Right? We're free of that.
That sounds like
That's not a funny joke I told.
Definitely fucking
That's the funniest joke I've
Let's
ever
all
heard
laugh and cry at
somewhere.
the joke that I just told.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It will not be a problem ever again.
Fuck. Chat's calling us out. They said we're close to the top of the hour. What's another 10 minutes of wedding odds?
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's get to a game. I mean, we started late, to be fair. We started late.
Yeah, we'll go a couple minutes over.
Yeah, we'll maybe go a little over the hour.
Off cycle break. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, let's do some recap. Previously on Travel, our heroes awoke in Jade Hollow. Lamb and Kiro had a conversation. Kiro having finished her apprenticeship with Taketori. Lamb spilled the beans about how she and Mule had kissed on their date the night before. And there was some interrogation back and forth about whether it was a good kiss and also what defined a good or bad kiss. And then I forget how y'all arrived to it, but you decided you were going to try and convince Mule to read you a romance story as like a bedtime story in camp. At which point Mule came in and was like, "Excuse me?" Like, I'll do it, I guess. But also, what?
We made him do a funny low voice.
Yeah, you did.
Can I just say that having to do a voice badly while also do another voice badly while in a character voice is
so fucking fun.
Fucking bonkers.
Layers of voices are a whole fucking time.
Yep.
Don't make me do that again.
What about all your stories you're going to read to us every night?
Nope.
At which point, I believe before y'all did anything else, some spoopy people showed up. Or actually, no, Kira went out.
They were just jerks.
I mean, yeah, they were spoopy in the sense that, like, bandits and Ronin are spoopy.
I bumped into them, and they were rude. And then they kicked down the door, and Kira got it.
Yes. One of them, the leader, whose name I have forgotten.
Arashi?
Yes, Arashi.
Lord Applemore.
Arashi Adamord. Came in looking for Taketori. Lamb volunteered to take him to the aforementioned blacksmith, and headed out while the remaining bandits stayed behind to make sure nobody left the inn. There was a fight that broke out between the remaining party, Kiro and Mule, and these bandits, where Mule fucking destroyed a dude with a teacup and a plate before he got a hold of his magic again and just ruined their day. The remaining bandits ran away. Lamb, on the other hand, had led Arashi elsewhere, not actually taking him to the blacksmith, and instead fought him in the bamboo forest. It was fucking badass anime bullshit. They fought. They had some back and forth monologues during the fighting. Discovered that Arashi was a disgraced noble, but also that he was the person responsible for the death of Taketori's children, aka Mayor Suki's parents. They defeated him, almost killing him, and at the last moment, as Lamb was just holding him down, Mule was concerned that she might kill him and froze him in a block of ice. There was a small argument. I don't know if argument is the word there. There was a tense exchange between the two of them about that, and they brought Arashi back into the town, handed him over to the authorities, and then took his magical sword, which fucking Lamb had been roasting the entire time for being orange, despite one of her best friends wearing almost exclusively orange. She took the sword back to Taketori, who had smithed it in the first place. He destroyed it and gave her the companion blade, which he had intended to give to his kids before they had died, saying that it had always been the better of the two anyway. And the party retired to the inn as rain and thunder rolled in. And then my asshole Ryujin, Buraya, walked in to cuss them out, essentially, for not killing Arashi, saying that they had hard choices ahead, and if they weren't willing to make them now, they weren't willing to make the cutthroat calls at this point when the stakes were low, that when the time came and it actually mattered, then they would just die. But as Lamb gave back a tearful retort, their friend, Kuroi, another Ryujin, showed up and told Buraya to basically fuck off, and took over guiding the party. And with that, let us now hop in to episode 20. Waves of Love. The beach episode. Dear Diary, I could have gone a long time without seeing an ocean again, but the travelers' reactions when they first caught sight of those sparkling waves has definitely changed my mind. Times have been hard for them recently. Not that Buraya changed anything, but I'm hoping some sun and some fun will do them good. Now I just need to figure out how to make sure they all have a good time before Sanson shows up. You have arrived after several days' travel at the coastline. We can see this broad, sparkling ocean with its soft white beaches. The water curves out into the distance in our inverted sphere of a world here in Mahoria, and you can faintly see through the haze some islands in the distance. But for two of you, this is your first time seeing the ocean, and I would like all three of you to please roll a condition check. And actually, don't bother rolling it, because fuck it, I'm just gonna crit all of them. So Kadoya's gonna spend some LP because she wants to make sure that y'all have a good time. She's gonna spend some LP for two of you and then get a free one for the third. So whatever the highest you could roll on your condition, that's what your condition is.
14.
20!
Jesus.
Got a lot of spirit.
I guess technically it's 22.
Because I have bonuses that go with that.
Oh my god.
So.
What is it for Mule?
12.
I'm only at 14. It's okay.
My strength die is a D4.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Well,
My condition is never going to be great.
no, but right now it is. All of you are in tip-top shape. You can all boost a stat for today.
Yeah.
And as you reach the coast, you're all in high spirits of some form or another. And I want to go around and ask what your reaction to this landscape is, starting with Kiro.
I think Kiro is instantly just more relaxed. This is her favored terrain, you could say, her home turf. She is at one with the beach, and this is pretty much the feeling of being home for her, even though she's not quite home yet. So she's just like, finally, just instantly more chill and excited.
And Lamb?
Oh, heckin' excited. So excited. Like jumping up and down, like probably like tugging on Mule's arm, like jumping basically on top of him. Like, ocean, like freaking out. Yeah, she has never gotten to see the ocean before. And she's like instantly like super into it. I mean, she's like, it's huge, it goes on forever, it's beautiful, it chases you, I guess. Like,
That's exciting.
which is fun. Yeah, and is just like itching to go and like get in the water big time.
And our grumpy Snowball. Yo, you're in a good mood, but how do you react to this?
Well, apparently he's being thoroughly distracted by Lamb, like tugging his arm literally out of its
Tucked to the
socket.
side.
But that notwithstanding, he's seen paintings of the ocean, pictures of the ocean before, so it's not a total surprise. It's more a, wow, it looks so much different in
Mhm.
reality compared to like logically what he knew the ocean was.
And in
But
motion,
I think,
right?
yeah, yeah. But I think he's just sort of standing there quietly admiring it. He's certainly not interested in getting any closer.
I think y'all are up on like some bluffs overlooking the beach, so you're not quite down onto the sand yet. But you're certainly not far. What do you do?
Can we go swimming?
Yes, Kira's already like taking off backpack, taking off. Yes, that's what that's built for. I mean, letting
Sure, if
fish.
you want, I guess.
Is it cold?
I mean, it's gonna be a little cold at first, especially get a little further out. But you get used to it. It feels really great because it's hot out here. It's refreshing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
You say it's hot out here, and one of the geeb just goes, nah. And, like both Giddy and No are like,
Yeah.
It's getting time to
Okay.
shear them, I think.
Do you think that they can swim? Have you ever tried putting a geep in the water before? I mean,
I
I've
mean,
had them
we
in
got-
like rivers and stuff, but
if they can go in a river, they can go in the ocean, right?
I think
well,
the
this one
current
looks
might
like
be
it's
too strong for
moving.
them.
Just put them in the shallows. I mean, if you're gonna get a rip current, it's gonna be a little further out.
Well,
Just douse
we
the geep
can.
real
I can
quick.
just maybe help them get their feet wet.
There you go. It works.
They can't drink it, right?
Just
Oh, I
bring the
wouldn't
bucket
recommend it.
and
You'll
fill
get
it up.
sick.
Oh, okay.
It's salt water, so you're gonna doesn't sit great in your stomach.
It's salty.
You want to taste it?
Yes.
No.
Okay, you can taste
What?
it. You're not gonna get sick off a taste. Just don't go like drinking a cupful of it.
Just put my tongue out in the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
You can smell and like taste in the air the coastal like salty quality to it.
The brine in the air.
Yeah, which I think is probably for you, Mule, like the most surprising part, because like even being told, oh yes, if you read in the book and it says that the ocean is salty, just like the actual experience of being next to
Sure.
that and being like, the air tastes different. What?
Yeah, he's read many a story that talks about the salty sea air, but didn't realize that was not just,
Just some
Here,
sailor
like
talk.
poetry.
literary embellishments.
Yeah, and Lamb will help the geep. And what do our lizards think about this?
I think you only have one lizard, right? You only have
Yeah, we've
Caesar.
just got Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Caesar is looking like stoic and like whacked out as usual.
Yeah.
But the moment he gets to the sand, he like you see his talons like dig into it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
Sound.
I love this. Yeah, and she'll like throw all of her like stuff that she's carrying down and go towards the water
Yep.
cautiously.
Mule will stay by their stuff and the keep and not throw his things down.
She turns around when you're not coming. She's like,
Are you staying here?
Somebody's got to watch the cart. You go. Have fun.
there's nobody
Yo.
here.
I've got it.
Oh.
And
I'm
Kanoe
not-
is standing next to you, Mule. She's wearing
Mule.
she's wearing like a blue Speedo, and she's got a sun hat and her book and like a umbrella slung over her shoulder.
See, perfect.
I'm
Thank you.
I'm not going in the water.
Why not?
I just don't want to
Why not?
because I
I
don't
d-
want to.
don't
But why?
understand.
Why don't you want to? Are you
Because
afraid of it?
I don't enjoy swimming.
Well, you don't have to swim. There's a floor.
Yeah, you can just stand there.
No, that's okay. I'm really
Or
not
sit.
interested.
You can do what Danjan and I did when we were little. You just walk in until it's knee deep and then you just sit.
No, I'm fine. Back
You
here.
don't even want to get your feet wet?
No.
But what if I fall down and I need help?
He looks terrified. He is holding
Buddy.
He is holding himself as steady as possible, but he's terrified. I'm fine. Go.
But what if?
have
But I've
fun.
never.
I'll help you, Lamb, and anyone else who could possibly need ocean help. I'm very experienced swimmer.
Just make sure she doesn't drown, Kiro.
I'll make sure no one who goes into the water that's a part of our group drowns. Because there's nothing to be afraid of.
I'm just gonna put.
Happy
just gonna
little
put-
beach.
I'm gonna put my feet in for now, and then I'm gonna go a little bit more in.
Okay, you put your feet in for now. I'll be right back, and Kira just goes in.
Just fucking dies for it.
Yeah.
Lamb is standing at like the very edge of the surf coming up where it's like
Mm-hmm.
barely touching her feet.
Kira wades in and then just waits for a nice wave to dive into it.
Nice.
Where's your
I,
surfboard, Kiro?
I think we get like a couple quick cuts of like the wave curling as Kiro jumps into it, and then the little bit of spray coming up to Lamb's toes, and followed by Kuroe just like chucking the umbrella into the sand and popping it open, and just sitting down with her book.
Mule is not far off, but he's not does not have an umbrella. He just makes one out of ice. It's very pretty.
Oh fuck! Kuroe
Oh,
has
no.
heart-shaped sunglasses.
Of course she does.
Love that.
I think she like looks over them at you, and then it's just sort of like, okay.
And he sits down with a book.
Lamb, the water is cold. You're used to like ice cold, right? You know what snow melt cold water
Mhm.
feels like, and it's obviously not that cold, but it's strange to have like lake water under all of this sun just be like chilly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she slowly starts like walking in until she's probably like up to her knees or so,
mhm.
and watching Kiro and like she's like trying to learn what Kiro's doing. Kiro's just like fucking flopping
no.
around like a fish, probably.
Living, loving it, running with waves.
Yeah. But she keeps looking back over her shoulder at Mule. She's not like calling out to him or anything, but she just keeps like kind of checking on him.
He seems to be having a perfectly fine time reading.
Hey, Lamb, once you get in like waist deep or so, you wait for a wave to come up, and then if you jump with it, you can jump like twice as high. Watch.
Yep.
She starts to she'll like wade out up to her like waist
Mm-hmm.
and with you like on the next jump like jump
Yeah.
with the wave, and she's like sold after that. She's like, the ocean's amazing. Like, this is great. I'm so into it. And like she can swim, not like super well, but like enough, especially with like the salt water, to stay afloat even if she gets out a little deep to come back.
Mm-hmm. And Kiro is, now that Lamb's out past knee deep, is going to be just keeping an eye on her. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure she's had to lifeguard for some of the younger kids on the island and stuff. So she's not unused to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But she's just getting she's getting her sea legs, kind of. She's just getting used to it.
It's probably just sort of clumsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you roll hard exercise for me, Lamb?
Sure.
I want to see how good at water you are. Wow, you're good. You're good. Yeah. You managed to stay standing even when a pretty large wave smacks into you. And I think when you do get knocked off your feet, you recover pretty quickly, and are like, oh, water is like okay.
Yeah. I think the most interesting thing that's going to happen here is what salt water does to Lamb's hair.
Yes,
Oh,
it's gonna
boy.
be
God.
amazing.
It's going
Girls
to be a
always
wild
look
time.
They look amazing.
They're
with
so
salt
beachy. Yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be heavy.
water. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
God,
Stay out here.
how long does her hair get when it's soaking wet?
Oh God, it's like below her butt at
Fuck.
like when it's soaked wet. Like it's
Down to
probably
like her
down
knees,
to,
probably.
if
Mhm.
not, yeah, it's very long when
Yeah,
it's not
Kira's
curly.
too. Like we've got
Kira's just, like, dragging through the
hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have to
God.
pick up your hair and like sling
Yeah,
it.
I think
over
she
an arm.
probably
Very
braids it.
Rapunzel.
And puts it up into a bun and just coils it on top. Like,
Oh,
you
that
Oh,
makes
do.
sense.
Lamb would absolutely get you to do hers too.
Yeah, sure. Don't braid your hair, put it up, wrap around.
So I think we see the two of you in the distance, like in the shallows of the beach, as Kiro's putting Lamb's hair up, and from next to you, Emil, you're pretty sure that Kuroi's setup was like several feet further away, but she says, "So what you reading?"
A book?
Oh, wow, I hadn't noticed that. She just like lowers her sunglasses.
He just shuts it, turns the cover to face her, and it's one of his fiction adventure books that he brought along.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Author was a weird guy, though.
Opens it back to the page that he closed it without having marked it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
How are things going?
Are you referring to between us?
You and Lamb? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I meant sort of in general, but like... And when
Now
you
that
like,
you've brought it up.
when you look back up from your book, she's in front of you now, and she's like laying down. She's got her chin on her hands.
You know, when someone has one of these open in their hands and they're
Mhm.
reading actively,
Mm-hmm.
that usually means they don't want to talk to anyone.
Right, but like, your friends are having fun. And I'm not saying reading a book can't be fun, but it's not like you get a
Yeah,
lot of
I'm-
opportunities to do this sort of stuff with them. So, thought I'd check in.
They're playing in the water, I'm reading in the shade, I'm having fun. And so are they. You don't have to be having fun in the same way for it to work.
Oh, totally.
All right then. He opens his book and starts reading again.
Yeah. You can feel that she's still looking at you, even though you're
Mhm.
reading.
He's going to keep ignoring with all of his might.
Okay. And I think a little while later you hear, "Hey, wait for me!" And she's like running toward the other two.
Finally.
Kira's
And-
telling Lamb, if you stay in the waves for like, and you just kind of like ride it for a few hours, when you're laying down to go to sleep tonight, you still feel like you're floating on the waves. It's really cool.
I think at
That's
some point while
scary.
they're out there playing, Mule will go amidst their belongings and start preparing lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Thanks,
we
Mom.
we see Mule preparing lunch. We see the three girls playing in the ocean. I think Caesar's doing like back and forth laps.
How good of a swimmer is Croy?
She is an amazing swimmer.
Okay, but she's like pretty small, right?
Yeah.
Kira's gonna be like, "Do you want to get launched like a cannon?" She'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, is this the first time you've ever acknowledged her?
It is.
Oh my
I
god.
think we just see like her eyes turn huge and sparkly. Yes.
All right, put your foot in my hands, and when I say
Mhm.
3, you gotta jump. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
I think
This is
she
a fun
actually-
thing you can do. I've had this done to me many times.
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
It's
You get one tall
so
friend,
fun. Yeah.
and you get launched like 15 feet out in
Yep.
the ocean.
My dad would launch me and my sister when we were like way littler.
Yeah.
Like, throw us out into the ocean. Goodbye forever.
At the last moment, she gets both of her feet into your hand and then
Yeah.
does like a full jump.
Cannonball?
And flies up. And I think she ends up inadvertently flying toward you, Lamb. But before she lands, there's like a bright flash, like a reflection off of the ocean, and you hear a kerplunk, and there's a blue otter in the ocean in front of you. And I think with that, this is a good point for us to go to our first break. So we're going to step away for a little bit. When we get back, we're going to have more fun beach times. And
A pet.
lunch. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel. So yes, Lamb, you have just opened your eyes once again after being temporarily blinded by the sun, and there is a blue otter in the water in front of you.
Would it be hard for me to come to the conclusion that she has transformed into this otter, or am I like,
Probably not.
oh, so I'm like, this is just a fun otter that's just popped up in front of me?
No, like it probably wouldn't be that.
Oh,
hard
okay,
for
okay,
you.
okay. She's just like, oh my gosh, you're so cute.
She puts up her little otter hands and goes.
Oh my goodness, can I hold you? Is that weird? If it's weird, you can just shake your head no.
I think she puts her hands on her cheeks and like squishes them up.
We'll pick her up, put her on top of her head. Like with
Yeah.
her little paws like draped over the front and start walking, wading back towards Kiro.
Kira, oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh.
It's blue. What's wrong with it? It's sick.
No, it's Groy.
Oh, sorry, Roy.
You didn't,
Roy
were you not
got sick.
watching? You just threw it into the air and then you got distracted?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, she can swim. It's not like I had to watch over her.
Yeah, well, she can swim because she's an otter.
I see that now, apparently. I thought you were a dragon or something, but
I thought that otters were only in rivers.
No, they got sea otters. In fact, I think sea otters are cuter than river otters.
Oh. Well, I think they're both cute.
They're both
This
cute.
is
if I
a
don't- if I
sea
don't like
otter.
them.
Is it a sea otter or is it a river otter? Is there?
I mean, there's a difference.
Does it matter? I mean, there's a difference, but does it matter when it's
No.
not an actual otter? Yeah.
We have fucking geep, okay, and
Yeah,
not the real
okay.
world geep that actually exist, but like
Yeah, but still
giant
cute.
desert lizards. There's one kind of otter, let's say.
Okay.
Well,
She's pretty cute.
yeah, it's really cute. I wish I could become something else.
Well, you're already really cute, Lamb. You don't need to become.
Oh, thanks, Kiro. I think that if you could be another animal, what would you be? You wouldn't be a shark because you like to punch
No, I want to punch
those.
them.
Yeah,
I don't want to
You
punch
could-
myself.
I just don't know what exactly you. You kind of remind me of an ostrich a little bit, but in a fun way.
Um,
Like, how so?
You suddenly feel much more weight on your shoulders, Lamb. Not that it's more weight than you can carry, especially being in the
There's
water.
no more weight than there's no weight that I
exactly.
can't carry. Yeah.
Maybe like
as
a kangaroo.
Kuroi like transforms back
She's like
into
sitting on my shoulders as a person.
yeah. And she's like, she got her arms folded on your head, and she says, "I think Kira would be a killer whale."
Ooh, I like that.
But oh yeah, but aren't they really good hunters?
I just go
I'm
underwater.
That's really mean.
Kira just like sinks beneath the waves. I think Kuroi like leans over, almost pulling you to the side, Lamb, to like get her head under the water, and like through the water. It's like, they're really good at hunting underwater.
Come on, back up, nodding. True. You haven't seen me hunt in the water yet.
Is there a shark around here? Can you smell him? How do you get a shark to come out?
Well, if you really want the sharks to come out, you gotta chum the water first.
How do you chum the water?
There are a bunch of bloody bits into it, and they just...
We don't have a bunch. Well, we have your jerky. That's not really bloody.
No,
but-
it's hippo jerky. I mean, we could go... I could catch some fish, and then we could chop the fish up and throw them out in the water, and that'll bring sharks in.
Can you what do you do with the sharks after you punch them?
Yep. Well, you can eat them.
Well, can't you just eat the fish?
I mean, yeah, but then you don't get shark fin soup.
Oh, and I guess you get the teeth.
Yeah, like my necklace that I forgot to wear today that's on the shelf behind me. I left it on the beach. I didn't want a shark to, realize I was an expert shark puncher.
Yeah, you don't want to scare them away with the teeth.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I think you could be a killer whale. I think I'd just be a geep.
Why not a lamb?
Oh. I guess I could be. I feel like I just spend so much time around geep that I'd probably be really good at being one.
I could see
Does your magic let you turn other people into other things? Could you turn me into a geep and see if I can blend in and be like one with the herd?
Not really.
So yes, it does, and you just won't do it because it's against the rules, probably?
No. But anyway, if you spend so much time around geep, and I think she like slides off of your shoulders now to get into the water. If you spend so much time around geep, herding geep, then you're probably a dog, not a geep.
Oh,
What kind of dog?
dogs do that.
I'm a mutt.
Chloe turns back toward the beach and hollers out, "Mule! What kind of dogs herd geep?"
Sheepdogs?
Geep dog?
He says,
Geep
looking up
dogs.
from where he's
Geep
like
dogs.
cutting sandwiches.
Keep dogs.
We had a dog that my pappies called a border collie. But he died because he got too old.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Terrible.
It's okay. He spent his whole life doing what he did, loving what he did, which was chasing around geep.
Well, see? Maybe you're a
If
border
I
collie.
If I had to die, I would want to die doing the thing that I loved to do the most. And if that was chasing geep, then I'd want to die doing that.
I think, like, a little ways down the coast, you see No. Like, both of them are sitting in sort of, like, the shallow part of the ocean, just letting the waves run into them over and over again.
Yeah.
I think you see No, like, roll over, go, nah.
I should probably go check on them.
Probably.
Wait, Kiro, you should throw her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I'll lunge towards
Is it better for me to stay tight up like a ball,
I mean,
or is it better for me to stretch out?
Don't stretch out all the way.
Oh, okay.
You might
Stay
get a little
loose.
bit of it. You'll feel like the ocean slapped you, especially if you land on your stomach.
Oh, okay.
We call it a belly flop. Here.
You flop on your belly?
Yeah. Sometimes you get like pink.
It's
on
okay.
that
I'll go
side.
in. I'll go either go in head first or I'll go in feet first.
There you go. All right. 1. And on 3, you gotta jump. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
I would like both of you to each roll a strength die.
Just one strength?
One
Yeah.
strength.
Okay.
Cool.
Is that something can we just click strength?
I don't think so.
No. We
I'm
just
doing
roll it.
doing weird bullshit homebrew stuff right now. Where you're rolling a check together.
11.
11 is quite good. If I remember correctly, that is as good as a pro. So, yeah, you fucking
We're basically
launch.
synchronized swimmers.
Yeah.
yes, basically. Oh, sorry, 9 is as good as a pro. 12 is you're probably famous in your town. So you're at a competitive Olympic level here.
Yeah.
You fucking launch Lamb into the sky. I think Mule, as you're cutting sandwiches and you've cut sandwiches and you look over toward them, you just see Lamb arcing through the air.
That's safe.
Be careful.
And then just this
And he goes
Too
back.
late! Yeah. It's too late to be
Just-
careful.
He sets aside the sandwiches, turns briefly around into his bag, takes out a couple of jars of salve just in case.
We know that
It goes
sunscreen
back to
exists in this
cooking.
world.
I feel like if Lamb had actually belly flopped, like you would have just like turned to iron and the ocean would have gotten hurt. Like just like this tiny being of pure muscle smacked into the ocean. The ocean's like, ow.
It happens.
Oh god.
But you
But
can-
after she comes back up, she'll go down the beach over to check on the geep, and like she just kind of like lays down in the surf with them to see if they're okay.
yeah, they're fine. They're cooling off. They're clearly not happy about how salty the water is.
Yeah,
They're also kind of stupid, so they keep trying to drink it and then just being like, "Bleh, bleh."
and
like-
they're wet and in sand, and they just keep getting more and more sandy. They're probably
Uh-huh.
recently shaved. Like we probably shaved them. The hotter it's been getting,
Okay.
so it's probably it's just
Yeah.
sticking to their like the stubble of their fur, wool, whatever.
Yeah, they do look like you just like rolled them in some sand real quick.
Yeah.
to, like get an even coating.
Yeah, little
Looks like
sushi
little
roll,
breaded
but it's
babies.
sand. Sweet, yeah, breaded.
Breaded key.
Breaded
I think
cube.
Kira looks over and her stomach growls. She's like, I think it's lunchtime. And then walks over to where Meal's making
Yeah.
lunch.
Mule has gotten sandwiches and some kind of like side spread of veggie things made out of whatever we've got in our reserves.
I imagine that when Lamb comes over, she just kind of like lays down like on her back, and then when she rolls over onto her front or her whole back, she's like it's just coated in sand. I mean, like the geep, she's getting a solid coat of sand over her entire body
Mm-hmm.
and her hair. Oh god,
It's in a braid right now, so
it
it's not
is.
as
It's in a
bad.
braid, so it's not as terrible. But yeah,
Did you have fun?
yeah, the ocean is a lot of fun. It scoops you up. How does it do that?
That's the current of
That's
the
the
water.
waves.
Well, how does it do that? Why don't rivers do that?
The ocean's a bit bigger. It has more strength behind it. More or less.
Okay.
The ocean's really strong.
Yeah.
Yes. He starts dishing out the food.
Imagine if like a river, getting in a river is like one horse pushing you, but then being in the ocean is like 1,000 horses pushing you all at once.
In different directions. That's why it goes up.
Oh, I've just never seen a river do any of that before.
The river's
like, pointing to
generally
the
going to
waves.
flow in one direction.
Because of gravity.
Not exactly, but okay.
No, that's exactly why they flow in a direction. Because of gravity.
Because of.
It's like when you drop an
um,
apple, it moves from a high place to a low place.
I thought you were hungry.
I'm starving. That's why I'm
Here's
talking
your
science.
food you should eat.
Okay.
We're allowed to talk about sciencey things. Me and Kara are scientific.
We are very scientific individuals.
Oh,
feed
of
that
course,
big brain.
carry on.
So, Kiro, let's talk the science about the ocean
Yes.
and about how it isn't gravity, apparently, in the ocean. It's 1,000 horses.
1,000 horsepower.
There's a bunch of horses running on a treadmill at the
Well, there
bottom.
are seahorses. Have you seen a sea? I'm going to find a seahorse.
Are
You've never
they?
seen a
Can you put a
seahorse.
saddle on them and ride them around?
No, they're like this big.
What
Sometimes
the
they can
heck?
get that big.
Why would they call that a horse? Do they know what horses look like? Whoever named seahorses probably didn't know what
It's-
horses looked like.
It's the face. No, I'll show you. They're real cute, actually.
They have the same face?
Yes,
Are you sure?
it's real close.
Is that enough? Is that enough to call it a seahorse?
I mean,
The face shape?
what are like the naming parameters? I'm not a namer of animals. I've never discovered a new species.
That's as far as you know.
I've always had a name for everything I've eaten.
Really? I feel like there's animals that I've seen that I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, they usually
haven't had a
tells
name
us,
for.
which means it has a name.
Like what?
I don't have a name for anything that I've seen that I didn't have a name for it, so I can't.
But, like,
I could
what-
describe it to you.
What would it look like?
Um,
I bet Neil would know what it's called.
Oh, okay, I've got one. I saw this weird animal once. It was like furry and brown. It had a tail like a beaver, but a bill like a duck, and little webbed and clawed feet, 4 of them.
Was this from a dream that you had? This doesn't
No.
sound like
Sound
a real
real.
animal.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's a
Was-
platypus.
Did
A
it
what?
growl? A what?
It's called a platypus. It's real.
Platypus.
Yes.
There you go, Kiro. Now you got a name for it. If you ever see
See?
it again, you
I've
can
ne-
pick it right
I've
up.
never found anything that hasn't been named yet, apparently. So
Oh.
maybe one day.
Just gonna eat my lunch.
Yeah, I think there's a moment of just, I don't think it's awkward silence necessarily. I think it's more contented silence. It's the silence
Yeah, and-
when like everybody's eating.
You see the thought bubble come up of Lamb and Kira's head of the platypus.
Kira's
Like a-
is
like a
as she's
kindergarten drawing.
I imagine as she's describing it, you see the little feet like pop in. She's like tail, then the body, and the feet, the claws, and the webs, and like each little part of the drawing is popping in.
Kira's is
It's
the
just-
platypus, but with a slice of bread on each side of it.
Wait, no, Lamb, it's each of the individual parts, but not connected to each other with just a bunch of question marks.
She doesn't know how they fit together. She's never seen one.
I think after a bit, Kuroya says, Kiro, you should have another sandwich. Lamb, we should go
You're right.
back
I
to the ocean.
should have another sandwich, and I
Yeah, Mule made enough for like double the group,
Yeah.
knowing that at least half of that would go to Kiro.
Yeah, Lamb just gets up and she's like, okay. We're gonna go back into the ocean.
All right, have fun.
You gotta wait 20 minutes first and just stay in the shallows. You don't want to get
20
cramps.
minutes for what?
You don't want to get cramps.
Oh, okay.
We can
She'll
look for
go
sand
out.
crabs.
They have crabs here?
And
Yeah.
Kuroya will like lead you
You
to
don't
the
crab.
to the shore and like poke around
Start walking,
in the sand to try and find some crabs.
Look for some holes.
Yeah. In the ocean. Kuroya's
Yeah.
favorite.
Her favorite type of hole.
Yup.
Hole in the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
So how are things going with Mule?
Good, I think.
I asked him about it, and he just read a book. So
Oh, yeah. Well, you can ask me anything, and I'll tell you probably.
I don't keep secrets very often.
Unless they're really important, in which case I keep them very, very, very well.
she sort of like leans in. I can see that.
So,
So, last I saw you, you had like just woken up from being almost dead because of
I almost died.
something that made
Yeah?
that stop happening.
I did find out what that was.
Really?
So you
How'd
don't
that
have-
go?
It went good. It's kind of there's a lot that I could tell you, but the long story short is that me and Mule went on a date.
And I missed it?
Yeah, and we kissed at the end. And Kira told me it was a good one, I think.
Wait, why did Kira... What?
Well, because I've never had a kiss before, and so we went through the parameters of what makes a good kiss.
Oh.
And she told me, and she basically said as long as it's not wet or sharp, that it's a good kiss.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we still haven't really talked about if we're like together or anything. And we also haven't talked about his engagement at all.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of a whole situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of felt like he told Stat no, but I don't think he really did. I think he just kind of avoided it, which it works for now.
He
But
seems to do that a lot.
well, yeah, I don't think he likes talking about things very much. Which is hard because I like talking about things a lot.
Have you told him that?
No, not really. I don't know. I don't really want to pressure him at all about things, especially because I know things are already complicated enough for him, probably in his head. And I don't want to make that more complicated by adding like my stuff on top of it.
That makes sense.
I mean, I know we'll have to eventually. But it's kind of nice for now to not.
I was just thinking, like, maybe if he doesn't like talking about his stuff, but you like talking about your stuff, maybe it's good that he's told you that he doesn't like talking about his stuff, and maybe it would be good if you told him that you like talking about your stuff.
But what if he doesn't want to talk about it?
Do you want him to talk about it? About your stuff?
Well, that would be nice. I think. I mean, I have Kiro, which is really nice. Because it lets me talk about my stuff without bothering him.
Do you
I don't know.
think he thinks you're bothering him?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I think she sits down cross-legged and she's like on top of the water, so that she's at like eye level with you. This is quite the conundrum. And she like pulls out her diary. I think we can cut back to up on the beach where Kiro and Mule are.
Mule's probably begun to clean up a little bit, like where Lamb and Kudoi were. He's tidying up whatever food they left behind and whatnot. But he's leaving the rest of the like spread for Kiro to dig into.
Thanks for making a lunch mule.
Sure. Was it okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was
Good.
great. Way better than I would have done.
That's good.
For everyone's sake.
Well, I figure you don't like cooking anyway, right?
It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I'm really bad at it.
Well, I was really bad at it when we started traveling.
I don't think I understand how it works. Which is fine. I'll eat it. It's just better for everyone else.
It requires attention and patience. It's probably why you're not into it.
It's a different kind of attention and patience than like hunt. Or
Well, for one, it's inherently less dangerous as long as you're not clumsy.
yeah, maybe I just need more dangerous cooking.
Pufferfish.
You know, if we have to have any fish, I'll let you debone them and scale them because I don't really enjoy doing
No,
that.
I'm great at that. I can do that all day. I've done it all day before.
Perfect.
Great.
That'll work.
Cool. Teamwork. I like it. She takes another bite of sandwich, just like, you know how to swim?
No,
You want to learn?
not really.
Probably should at some point, just for safety's
I
sake.
mean-
That way, if we're like walking over a rope bridge or a crevasse and there's like a river on the bottom and you fall off, you won't drown.
I have magic, I can fly.
Or perhaps if you had to take a boat across this giant expanse of water to your next location.
That or if you had to be on like a boat for a really long time.
I think I could manage.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to learn, I've taught a lot of people how to swim.
Well, it's not that I can't. I mean, I can manage a little bit. It's just terrifying.
I've heard some people they're a little scared about it, but I can promise that if you're swimming in the same vicinity as me, I won't let anything happen to you.
Good to know. Oh, here, finish this off. And he like shoves the rest of the like
Alright.
side dish at her.
Cool. Well, see, it's your first time at a beach, so if you don't want to give that, have you made a sandcastle before?
No, I've.
All right, we're gonna do sandcastles next. We have to wait. I have to wait 20 minutes after this before I can go back into the water. So
All right.
you don't want to get cramps.
Yes, that seems bad. Although I did bring out medicine just in case anybody needed it.
Yeah, well, it's more like, oh no, you're swimming, you're having a great time, and then oh no, cramp, and then it's not great. And what if a shark come in? It's
Are
Not
there
worth it.
sharks in that water?
it's the ocean.
This close though?
Sometimes,
Okay.
but
He looks significantly more terrified.
she was gonna be like, oh, all the time, but then she thought about it. She didn't think about it for a second.
Congratulations, you're never getting him within 5 feet of the
Character growth.
Kiro, instead of going, oh yeah, all the time, it's like sometimes. I'm like, but generally, if they're this close
Oh.
in, they're just looking for warm water and not to eat. Really,
water.
they're
Right.
cold-blooded, because fish. So they just only like it's like, oh, it's
Mhm.
cold. Let's get a little shallower, and then they
Mhm.
bugger off.
That's good to know.
Hmm But don't go into the water if you have any like visible open wounds, though, just in case.
Yes, that's what I've
If you're
heard.
bleeding all over the place, don't jump in. It's not great.
Right. Noted. That's what I've read.
Have you read a lot about the ocean?
A little. I mean, not intentionally. I read every book we had in the library at home over the years.
Have you heard about the Big Kahuna?
Mm-hmm.
Seen
Or
it.
at least I've heard a few versions of the story.
She'll
Seems like
tell
it's
him.
different.
She'll tell him the version that her island
Oh.
knows.
I think that's probably one that he hasn't found in a book because that island seems
It's so
to be
small.
fairly
Mhm.
small.
Star Island is like super tiny and super secluded.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
nobody from outside of Star Island has gone to Star Island
And
and
everyone
like
tries to hunt it.
captured their
Why?
culture.
Why write books when you can punch sharks?
Yeah.
We just need to pass on the tales down to the younger generation. We don't need to write them down.
Yeah,
Exactly.
tattoos are books for the skin.
Exactly.
Thank you. This one was my first shark. This one was my first manta ray.
Yeah, I think he listens to that story quite interested and respectfully.
Danjin tells it better, but you know, that's basically it.
I haven't heard it that way before.
Weird. It's the only way I've ever heard it.
Well, it's been passed down in your village, right?
Yeah, the whole village knows about it. The whole island knows about it.
How many people is that anyway?
Not like a lot.
Like 100, 200?
Don't ask me. Oh no.
Yeah.
As
We're looking at
we
you.
do town creation.
Yeah.
Fine.
Live on
okay.
stream.
Let's
I mean,
do.
town creation versus island creation. I mean, how small is your town?
It's-
Like
if I remember
50 to 100
correctly-
people?
If I remember correctly,
It's
their
like
town
Mayberry
is
size.
the island, right?
Mhm.
Like there's
Yeah.
no one else on the island.
Mm-mm.
Let's see.
There's like a town. There's like a couple of like individual huts on the other side of like
Yeah.
field people.
A-
but-
a
If you
village.
ask
The
them,
other
they're not
side.
part of the town.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're not.
They're their own town. They have their own town name. And it's like they fish the other side of the island.
Yeah, their town name is Bob's House.
Yeah.
By game terms, a village is 50 to 500 people. A town
I think
is
there's probably like
500
a couple
500.
hundred. Yeah. Look, you know, somewhere like around 200 or so.
Wow. That is small.
I mean, there's smaller islands.
Really?
Yeah, there's one next door that's only got like 50 people.
Oh my gosh. Huh.
We don't talk to them though.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds like there's a history there.
Yeah, let's not go into it right now. Lamb, we're gonna teach me all how to make a sandcastle.
I've built things in snow before.
Yeah, but sand's different. It's a different medium. I've seen you make snow. I've seen you make snow things when you make snow and it's cold and really wet. No, sand. You'll learn, and I teach you.
Yeah, I think we
All
cut
right.
back to we cut back to the water, and Kuroya says,
We're probably pretty far down the beach.
"Yeah, you've found like a little sand crab or two, and are just like poking at them." And Kuroya says, "Well, if you don't know, it seems like it's kind of important to figure out. It's not a good feeling to just sort of leave out there."
Yeah. I think with Mule, it's always been hard for me to tell what he thought about me. And I mean, really until I don't know. It was a long time before I thought that he even liked me like a friend. when he brought me a gift for my birthday. And after that, I just feel, I don't know, I have a lot of feelings about it.
And I think then we hear Kira yell, "Lamb, teach Mule how to make sandcastles." Sandcastles are fun.
I've never made one before.
You should definitely make one. I think you'd like it.
Is it the same as snow?
No. But afterwards,
Because I've made snow castles before.
But once you're done, either you can let the ocean destroy it, or you can just like step on it.
You can do that with snow castles.
Right, but
Depending how big they are.
Building with sand is different. I'm just saying you can like pretend to be a giant.
Oh. Well, yeah. Okay, we should probably go back then.
Yeah, I think you should probably talk to Mule about some of that, but if you want to talk to me about any of it, I'm here.
Thanks. I don't know if he's ready to talk about it yet. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it with him yet.
Yeah.
But it's good to have somebody other than Kiro too. Kiro has a very limited perspective on things.
I mean, it's really good at
She
some
gives
things.
great advice.
Yeah.
But also she has a very like Kiro blinders on to the rest of the world way of looking at stuff. And that doesn't always work for everything. Some stuff it does.
Kuroi like flashes through a couple like Kiro moments, like just punting a crocodile into the sun. Is like,
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I think as you rejoin Mule and Kiro, we're at the top of an hour, and that's a good point for us to go to our final break. So we're going to step away for a few minutes, and when we return, we will learn about sandcastles. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel, episode 20. I said that in the wrong order, but who cares? You have all reconvened up at the top of the beach, by the umbrellas, one of which is colorful, the other is literally made of ice, to learn about sandcastles.
I think Kiro pulls out some of the we probably have a little bucket with us.
Yeah, well, like some
Yeah.
No,
pots.
can make
bucket, and then
buckets.
like
Kiro
we probably also have like spades or things like for the herb gathering.
And
So
if
she's pulled all of those out.
if you don't, Kuroi does.
Yeah.
Like colorful
Kuroi's like,
plastic.
Bam!
She's got those
Like-
bright pink and orange and blue plastic like
Yeah,
castle molds.
Plastic
That's
doesn't
better.
exist anywhere else in Mahoria, but she's got
But here.
them.
Kiro's
got
like,
'em.
this is a great idea.
Okay, Kiro.
Those are
Yes.
bright.
Lamb is already taking the loose, dry sand and packing it into one of them. And like, she's like, I think I can figure this out because it's like snow. I mean, you do the same thing with snow if you want to use a mold. And then she like lifts it up and it just goes. She's like, Kiro, it worked.
Right. You gotta hit. You gotta. Okay. All right. Clap once if you can hear this. There you go. All right. So when Dr. Kiro comes out. All right. So for sandcastles, you can't just use the dry sand. You gotta have damp sand.
Spit on it.
No, we've
No.
got the ocean right there.
Right. Sorry.
So, it's all right. We can make this a water bucket. She'll scoop it up. You don't have to have a soaking wet sand. It just kind of has to be damp. So you can generally just put a couple shovelfuls of water in to your mold, and it'll pack together
Oh.
better. And then she'll make a bucket. Now,
Hmm.
if you have really wet sand, she'll get like another like a little bucket that's just it's like got water in it, but like sand underneath it, and you scoop some out. You can dribble it and make patterns on the top. In designs and little towers and stuff.
Okay.
Lamb's like already got her bucket of sand. She's scooping water in. I
Mule
think she
seems
does
to
it
be planning.
where
You
she
can
flips it
also-
over and then pulls it out, and it like gets part of it gets stuck in the bucket, and part of it she's like,
It's okay. Yeah, here.
she's
Gotta-
so upset.
Just turn it back over, and then you tap on it. And there you go. Now pull it up. See?
Oh, I didn't tap on it the first time. Does
Yeah.
it get stuck a lot?
So, I mean, kind of. It depends.
I'm gonna build a whole castle, and this is gonna be the main part, and then I'm gonna do a wall
Mhm.
around it, and then I'm gonna do
Also-
a moat in front of it.
I mean, this is how you make an arch, and she'll like kind of make like a sand wall, and then carve out like a hole in the center.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Sand is cool.
it's pretty.
It's like
neat.
snow, but it's not as cold. And it's like, it's
Hmm.
not sticky. Sticky's not the right word. I mean, it is kind of sticky.
Can also carve into it really good too, and she'll kind of like take out, make some some sand windows and some patterns and stuff into the sand.
Hmm.
I'm gonna dig a big hole.
Oh, no.
What's really
Mule.
fun is to dig a big hole and then you put someone in it up to the neck and then you bury them.
I'm gonna dig the big hole first, and then I'm gonna build the whole fortress around it, and then I'm gonna dig a moat around that, and
Yep.
then I'm gonna build another wall around that.
All right.
But it's all protecting the hole in the middle where I live.
I like it. Do you want help?
Start digging a hole.
Or you want to
Yes.
do it yourself? Okay.
No. I want help.
Okay.
Hmm.
So Mule
She
is
starts
going
digging a
to
hole.
step to the side and find a space and take a bucket and start
Do you want some
Doing
help
what he-
too, Mule?
doing what he saw Kiro do.
I think I'll try it myself first.
All
If
right.
that's all right.
I'm just digging a hole. Let me know.
Are you using a shovel? I've been using my claws this whole time.
You can use either. I was just if you said a
Yours is
big hole.
Well, I just want to be able to sit inside it and like eye level be with my walls, so it feels like the walls are
Okay.
rising
Here.
up around
Tell you what,
me.
I'll dig the hole with the shovel, and you can start making the walls around
Oh,
it. I'll
good
just keep
idea.
stacking sand on top, and you can get it wet with the bucket,
Yeah.
and you can shape it.
Lamb will draw like a line in the sand with her toe around
Mhm.
like where she wants the hole to be and start building a wall. What's
Unstoppable.
Mule building?
it's such a shame that Mule doesn't wear glasses for us to get the push the glasses up and get the yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Mike,
that's
you
what
don't
we
know.
I feel like that's what we just
said he
saw
wears-
with that
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we see him actually basically pacing his little space that he's created, and he's making like a floor plan to start.
like drawing in the sand to get the
Yep.
dimensions.
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
it your actual floor plan at home?
No.
Single tier. Oh, good.
No, it's something he feels like he might be able to achieve. His home is a little too grand.
Too complex for sand.
Hard to do floors, you know?
Yeah. How do you accomplish floor? He's like, Kiro. Hey, you didn't cover stories.
Hero, if I wanted to make a 3-story castle, how do I do that?
Like life size?
Yeah, so he starts doing that first, and then starts sort of following what he saw Kiro do to start building a respectable castle.
All right. I would like Kiro, I feel like you can dig a hole no problem. So I'm not going to ask you to roll anything, but I'd like the 2 sandcastle newbies to roll Dex Int. To see how well you can construct your sandy fortresses. Meanwhile, Kuroi in the background is making a very miniature castle using shot glasses, basically.
Oh. I love that she has shot glasses. It's such a beach thing to have. Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
You guys are real good at this.
Well,
11
I did
and
okay.
13.
Did an 11.
Yeah,
I did okay.
You did
Mule
better
did
than a
fucking
pro.
rad.
Neil did You're Probably Famous better than You're Probably Famous in Your Town. This is like an award-winning sand castle that Mule
He's
has
just
built.
like finishing it off and then kind of stepping back to observe it and is like, okay, I could fix that. And that's not quite right.
It's such a more
Lance,
valuable
like-
medium than snow.
Lamb's just on a fucking wall. It's just a big wall around a hole.
Lamb's in a hole.
Huge hole. Lamb's just in a hole.
The wall is very good though. It doesn't like fall inward onto the into the hole.
That's also
So-
part of Kiro not making the hole too, like, crazy.
There's definitely very delicate pattern work on the.
You got like textured
it's just-
stone.
Kiro makes a hole in the wall that you can crawl through to get into the hole.
Uh-huh.
Mule, how did you do that?
And she's like pointing. She's not getting close to touching because she would
Mhm.
never
Mhm.
risk it. She's like pointing to the little parts.
What
Oh,
did you use to do that?
I used my pen.
And he kind of shows how he made the more delicate marks.
Her wall is like fortress wall. Like there's no design in it. It's literally just a fucking wall. Yes.
A slab of
Hero.
sand.
Yes.
No, is it too
Are you in the hole?
I'm coming out now.
What did you two do over there?
Well, I'm not done yet because there's the hole in the middle and then there's a fortress outside. Then I'm going to dig a moat and then I'm going to dig another fortress because Carol said that the ocean can take your castle and I don't want it to. So I figured if I gave it a big hole, it would go in the hole and it wouldn't take the castle part.
That's.
Right, Kiro? Right, Kiro?
I mean,
Kudai
I think
just
we
sort of
built
like looks up from her castle like,
I
uh-oh.
think we built it far enough inland that the tide, that the moat will probably stop the tide.
We see the tide marks from the day before, like up another like 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah, back by
I-
the bluffs.
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
Okay, but I figured if I dig a moat, if I go wall, moat, wall, hole, then I can live in the hole, and then the first wall will definitely protect me, and the outer wall is basically disposable.
Are you making a castle to live in?
That's what you make castles for, I thought.
It's just a sculpture.
His
Well-
is like normal sandcastle size too.
Yeah.
It's not like
Her wall is probably not a foot high. I mean, but the hole is really deep. It's like 4 feet deep.
It's not hard to dig a 4-foot hole in the sand.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
Oh.
once buried standing straight up, so that was at least a 4.5-foot hole. And it only took us like
Yeah.
an hour.
Oh. Well, I thought if we were probably going to camp on the beach, which I thought we were going to camp on the beach, then I
We
thought I
should
could stay in
totally
the
camp on the beach.
I thought I could stay in the hole that I made, or that Kira made, basically. But I made the wall, so if the hole stays safe, that's my doing.
Okay.
It's not long enough to lay down in, but I could probably like curl up.
Sure. I don't know if we want to camp that close to the water.
Well, what's the water gonna do other than fill up my hole?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but I'll be in it, and it'll be fine.
We should probably camp closer to the bluffs.
For a little closer to the bluffs. Maybe.
Well, we can make a secondary camp away from my castle.
We can make a second castle over by the bluffs.
Oh, well, we'd have to carry the water a really long way. We can fill up a bunch of sacks.
We
and
can
buckets.
just fill. We have an empty barrel right now. We can just fill that up with salt water and just roll it up.
That's a good idea. I can fill up. I kept
all of Kitty and Noto's fur, and I could use that as like a sponge.
I figured we could sell it at the next town that we went to. Don't give me that look.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
We could use it like a sponge. I could just dunk it in the water and it would up the water, and then I would.
I think it'd probably
wring
be
it
better
out.
to maybe use it as, like if you want to sleep in a hole in a new sandcastle, maybe use it as bedding.
The sand is really soft, as far as I've been able to tell.
It is soft. It's true. Probably gonna be more water than you can sponge out.
I don't think so, because I've got 2 walls.
I just look over at the ocean.
And whole ocean.
An entire ocean.
I mean, Lamb isn't familiar with rising tides. Like,
Mhm.
she's like, the ocean stays
Kira
there. Maybe it
realizes
comes in
this.
here sometimes. Like,
Like a
So-
little bit.
The tide's going to it comes in like twice a day.
What does that mean? What do you mean comes in?
It means
the
the water
water
washes up.
Rises up and then
Yeah,
it
it's doing that right now. It's
No,
coming up
those are
higher.
waves.
No, higher than that.
Okay.
You see these lines in
no
the sand
concern.
here? That's how high the
Um,
water gets twice a day.
That's just where it like comes up to.
And
Mm.
stays for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then goes back down there.
So it'll definitely come into my hole that I made.
Probably.
Made.
Yes.
Which we can make a second one.
But it'll be another hole. Do you think we need 2?
I mean,
I was gonna
If you
make a
wanna sleep-
moat.
oh, it's probably going to be a little too much.
Yes.
Oh. Well, we can make a second hole.
We can make a second hole. It didn't take me long.
No, you were really quick, and I was quick with the wall.
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
gonna
take
go
long to
find
make.
seashells to put on this thing.
Can I come?
Grabs a bucket.
Why don't both of you look for seashells? I'll get started on that hole.
Do you want to come?
Yeah.
I'm good.
If you wanted to go by yourself, that's okay.
No, you can come. Come on.
Okay.
Climb out of the hole. Like, it's like a push yourself up out of a pool. Like,
God.
to climb out.
Lamb is birthed
yeah.
from the beach. And then-
Yes. She's covered in
Like
wet
a
sand.
baby sea turtle.
that's her new name, Sea Turtle.
Sea turtle.
Hey, Kuroi, want to help you dig this hole?
Kuroi's not there.
Oh. Where'd she go? Is she invisible again?
She heard about digging a hole and
Yeah, she was like, I'm up.
bye. Gotta go.
Bye.
Yeah, so Mule will be walking along the beach to start grabbing seashells that catch his eye.
Yeah, Lamb will start grabbing seashells that are big. Like the small ones. She likes the small ones, but she's like afraid of breaking them, I think. So she would rather grab the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just
He's
walking
grabbing
and
all
grabbing
sorts
them.
of different ones and tossing them into the bucket. Like I think he set it down somewhere, and they're just sort of dispersing and coming back to it.
Mhm.
And I think at one point he comes back with one that's got kind of like that really pearlescent abalone
Yeah.
on the inside of it.
Here, this one's probably too big to put on it. Do you want it?
To keep?
Yeah. Something to remember the ocean by.
I don't think I could forget the ocean.
Well, it's still nice to have a souvenir.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a lot of sand back. But this is better.
Yeah, you could get something made out of that. Sand kind of goes away, I think. Unless you
kinda-
want a jar of it, I can get a jar and empty it out.
No, it's okay. This is good.
And she'll take it.
Okay.
He goes back to collecting. I think after a little bit, there's enough in the bucket.
That's probably good. Do you want to help me put them on the castle?
On your castle?
Yeah.
I don't
You
think that'd
don't
be a
have
good
to
idea.
if you don't want to.
No, it's not that I don't want to. I just don't want to mess up your castle.
The water's gonna get to it anyway.
Well, I don't want to mess it up before it's time.
I made it knowing it would get destroyed one way or another. It's fine. Come on.
Okay.
And he'll reach out and grab her hand and lead her back.
Yeah.
And start putting them on when they get back there.
Okay.
She's so slow.
Oh my god.
So slow and so gentle and so careful.
Do I want you to make a roll?
You can do it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the same
I'm
dex
sure it'll
in.
be fine.
I guess you can just dex.
Is she
dex.
concentrating though? Because she's being so careful.
Yeah. I'll concentrate. Okay. So just add a. Did you say just Dex?
Yeah, dex, because the int from before was for like designing the thing, and you're not having to do any of that this time.
Okay. Just add a +1 in your heart.
Only a +1?
Yeah, I'm concentrating.
You're a technical
Don't
type.
you get? Yeah, you get.
Yeah,
Oh,
+2.
you're right.
So. Another 11. So, or no, I'm bad at
12.
math. Hold on.
13.
13. Yeah.
13, yes.
Don't do
number.
math on stream, kids. So as good as Mule's initial like construction roll. So yeah, you managed to very carefully place these seashells on the castle, and they look beautiful. Mule, what sort of design were you going for? Like, what do we see with these shells on this fortress?
I think they were like the ones. There's like some of the really tiny ones that are just there to like add a little bit of glimmer, but it's all along the sort of edges, the top edges of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And then like some of the bigger ones on like I think he did some sort of thing that basically did have like 4 towers to it and connecting walls and whatnot. So I think there's like in the towers there's larger ones to accent them turned outward so that the like pearlescent side can catch the sunlight and stuff.
Nice job.
Thanks.
See, you didn't ruin it. It's fine.
Yeah, but you did like most of it, and I only did this part.
You still helped.
Yeah, I should probably check on Kiro and the second hole.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, we're done here anyway, so.
Do you? I mean, I know how to draw a little bit.
We all know she doesn't know how to draw at all. Okay.
Yes, this has been made apparent.
Just to make very abundantly clear.
You should draw a picture of it so you don't forget it.
Oh,
Because I have the shell that you gave me that helps me remember, but you should maybe for your book.
yeah, I was thinking I might once we settle down.
Okay.
You don't have to draw a picture of the hole. Goes
Okay.
over to check on Kiro.
Okay, I think as you head toward Kiro, we cut to a fantastical castle with like these soaring spires and beautiful waving flags, and we see 2 people, clearly a prince and a princess, on like the parapets of this castle, and the prince says, "Violet, my love, though I've only known you this short time, it has been the best time of my life." And the princess just like buries her face in his chest and says, "Oh, Dorian, though these may be our last moments, they were the best of mine as well." And then a giant foot comes out of the sky and crushes the castle. And we see Kuroe like on her itty bitty thin castle. And then she like looks over and makes sure nobody saw that. And we cut back to Lim and Kiro at the second hole.
How's the hole going?
Oh, I think I'm just about finished.
She's
Kiro,
like up to her head in the hole.
Kiro has dug a hole large enough for the 3 of them to camp in that evening. That way they can camp under the stars
A
and
whole
still
lot
be
of
sheltered
holes.
from
Please
the
roll
wind.
hard exercise.
I would be.
That is such a hole.
What a hole.
Jesus Christ.
Especially
So
because I have
like
a large
it's
tent that
probably
can hold
not-
up to 10 people.
It's not as deep, but enough to shelter them a little bit. Hard egg. There we go. Yeah.
Another
I
13.
mean-
You did what you just said you did. Yeah.
They've never
She's
camped.
strong.
Whoa, Kiro, this is a huge hole.
Yeah, I figured we
Wow.
could all, camp out under the stars tonight on the beach. It's really great
Ah.
camping on the beach.
Our
So we'll just have to.
where
Yeah.
did the sand go?
I mean, it's under there. I just put the, started the top of it. right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I build the campfire?
I mean, not in the hole.
Oh, outside the hole?
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
Indeed.
I'll build one beside the hole.
not right beside it. I'd
Not
go like
right
10
beside
feet.
it.
10 feet.
Okay, I'll build a campfire over there by the
Yeah.
hole,
Before
near
we
the
get
hole.
ready for the evening, you want to learn how to punch a shark? Lamb?
Are there sharks around here?
There might be one or two.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. I've got my fists. That's all I need. I think.
That's all you need. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go. Let's do it.
Oh boy.
I've been training my whole life for this.
Well,
I'll,
Are you okay?
I'll make sure all of our supplies are back up here.
Do you want to
yeah,
watch?
I don't know if I got everything, so you might want to double check me, y'all.
Uh-huh. You two have fun.
You're not gonna watch me punch a shark?
No, I trust Kiro to make sure you'll be safe.
No, I want you to see.
Oh. Okay.
Because if I'm defeating this beast of this scary attack beast, then I want you to see.
All right. Just be careful, okay?
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna let it bite me or anything. I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
Shark's not gonna know what hit it.
I'll make sure they know what hit it. Tell them my name.
It's me, Lamb.
It's me, Lamb.
All right.
She's like practice punching in the air.
My name
a
is
lamb
Lamb,
in
and
the
I'm about
water.
to punch you.
Right in the nose.
All underwater.
I'm Lamb, and I just punched you. Do you remember that? I'm Lamb.
I'm gonna do it again if you don't get the heck out of here. Okay, let's go in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Please roll tracking, Kira.
I will. I'd be happy.
See if you can find yourself a shark.
I will.
Y'all has his
Concentrate.
casting arm ready to go for healing.
Can I help?
The roll already happened.
Well, sometimes.
6.
6 isn't bad. It's not stellar. But you get in the water and you're swimming around and you're like checking on Lamb and making sure she knows how to swim in an ocean.
Yeah.
Which is to say that she doesn't, but she's managing.
Yeah.
And you're swimming around, and I think
Can
Kira.
failing to track and just mean you get surprised by the monster?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Kira doesn't even see the shark. I think Lamb, you see a shape beneath the water. You see a fin. You see the tail.
If I see Lamb's face, I look over and I make sure it's not a dolphin.
You don't.
Because that is a very common mistake
Yeah.
on the beach.
There's a thing, and it's got a fin, and it's got a fin, and it's got teeth. I think.
Good eye.
I can't really see their teeth. It looks like they're smiling at me, and they
I'll
got
look
two
over
tiny
at it.
black eyes.
I look
And
over.
I think it swims behind like a reef, and so you lose sight of it. And when Kiro, you're looking for it, it's out of sight.
Let's went behind the reef. Let's go behind the reef.
Oh, we're gonna chase it. Okay.
It's okay.
And the two of you begin swimming toward the reef, and you see a fin breach the surface and loop around behind them.
Uh-huh.
Cool. If they haven't seemed to notice, he's gonna shout at them.
Behind you.
Behind you!
Behind who?
You like turn back to see what he's talking about.
Yeah,
They're-
like she hears him yell something, but doesn't like hear what.
Mhm.
Like lifts her head up. Like,
If Kiro hears that, she'll be like, they do like to circle. Definitely not a dolphin. It is like ready to punch.
Both of you turn around, and I would like you both to roll initiative, please.
Yay!
As you turn around to see a shark directly in front of you.
Oh!
Damn, Lamb!
Oh my god! Can I roll one?
Does Lamb just like punch as she turns instinctively?
How have I been this bad on initiative?
You beat its initiative by a significant amount, Lamb. You
Okay.
turn around. There is a shark right fucking there. It is the biggest shark you've ever seen. It's the only shark you've ever
Shark
seen.
I've ever seen, yeah.
But it's big.
You're sure of it. This is
Go
a
for the
shark.
nose.
I'll punch it in the nose.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Do I hit it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do
Does
damage.
it go into
Does
the
it?
sun with a twinkle?
Team Rocket
Is,
bouncing up again.
hold on. Is this going to be lethal or non-lethal damage?
Lethal! I'm gonna kill the shark. We're gonna eat it later.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
That's dinner.
That's dinner.
Roll damage.
Is it dead?
How dead is it?
So you turn, you see a shark, you know that this is a beast bred for nothing but murder. And you punch it as hard as you can. And Kiro, you turn around and you see a leopard shark.
Okay.
Which is not very big. As it sails out of the water and onto the beach at Mule's feet.
I
You did it, Lamb.
did it.
You punched a shark. Let's go make sure it's unconscious. Bye, Mule.
It's
Poke,
got little
poke,
like
poke.
spiral eyes.
He gives it a little poke with something from their supplies. He's not
No,
gonna
don't
it with
touch
his
that!
hands.
That's gonna kill you.
I think you killed it.
Are you sure?
It's not moving.
It's not on water. It doesn't have legs.
If
don't-
it were alive, it would flop.
Do you think so?
It could just be stunned. Let me double check, and I'll like pull it away and make sure it's
Yeah,
attention.
it's technically got 3 HP left, but you can just
Okay, I'll just.
if you
I'll
want to just finish it off, or if you want to throw
Yeah,
it
it's
back,
dead.
either one.
Lamb, you did it. You did a great job.
Oh my gosh, it scared me so bad. It came up behind me out of nowhere. I had to
They like
punch
to do
it.
that. They like to do that whole circling thing. Yeah.
Mule, are you okay?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to knock it so far at you. I thought it was gonna stay in the water, but it was so white.
It's fine. I think you did way more damage to the shark than literally anybody else here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad everybody's okay.
All right.
How was
we
your
can-
first shark hunt?
I think it went pretty normal.
You did good. You did great for your first shark hunt. You actually found a shark, and then you punched it. So all the qualifications of a very good shark hunt.
Yeah, I think I did okay.
Mhm.
It's dead now, so we can eat it.
We're gonna eat it for dinner. It's gonna be great. I'll prepare it. I'm gonna go see if I can get one. And Kira's gonna go back into the water. I think she's gonna stand up on the coral reef though. Like and look, just wait for a shot.
Lamb just sits down, tucks up her knees. She's like, I did it.
Roll a hunting check, Kira.
I'm gonna concentrate, spend a fumble point.
Oh my
Mule's
god.
gonna give Lamb some of his hot tea from his
Aw.
his like I think it's a magic jar. Or it's whatever container he has keeps
Yeah.
things hot or cold.
Yeah.
And he usually keeps hot tea in it.
How dare!
Oh my god!
I'm gonna concentrate and spend a fumble point.
I got my fumble point back.
Look, hold on. I know I'm supposed to save. I know I'm supposed to use benedictions before you roll. But I'm just gonna say fuck the rules and spend a life point. Cause Jesus.
That is so tragic. There's no way you could have known.
Kiro, are you really a hunter? Are
Are you sure you're a hunter? Man, when Croy said you were a fucking killer whale, she was being very generous.
So nice. Yeah, I think there was an actual shark, right, that was swimming by. And Kuroe looks over and like sees an eel like coming out of the coral, like about to bite your ankle. And it's just like, oh no. And like waves her hand and the eel's just gone. And you can spear the shark. She's like, this would break her.
Kuroi's just
she just like sees a future where you miss the shark and just like your heart breaks and you keel over dead. She's like, no.
not on my watch.
I can't let this happen.
All right, let me see.
Maybe it's time for a new life path, Kiro.
What's a crit for you on this roll?
Fuck it. I gotta
What's
on shark punching specifically.
what's your max possible?
My max possible
for the hunting
is
check.
let's see, 18
with the and then +2 from the bonuses.
Yeah.
Makes it 20.
30-20.
Okay. Yeah. So you kill a big motherfucking shark.
Great white.
Yeah. You get like what is this? Like 12 days of food worth of shark.
Shark sandwiches for days.
Yeah.
Guess we're
Let's
gonna
make shark salad.
Gonna have like fish tacos.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
shark
yeah.
tacos.
You spear the shark and then like jump into the water and there's a tense bit of time where there's like this pool of blood.
Of just bread.
And then Kiro comes out with the shark and Kuroi's just like
Hero, that's such a big shark.
Wow.
Big one. This is called
Mine's so small compared
well-
to yours.
to not compare sizes.
Oh.
Yours is what they call a leopard shack. This is a great white shack.
What
There's a
is
bunch
that?
of different types. There's like,
Oh.
and she'll start drawing them out in the sand. This is a hammerhead shack. This is a nurse shack.
I mean, leopards sound more dangerous.
Yeah, they're very dangerous.
Great white shark.
Well,
I
sounds
think
like
leopard sounds more dangerous.
it's
than
just sort of
wild.
like great, you know?
White.
I don't ever
Like, it's
really
not-
go like
It's not
great.
it's not an amazing
It's more
white
like
shark.
big white shark, because no sharks are great. So they just yeah.
Oh.
So it's just big white
Okay.
shark. You got a
Well-
leopard shark. And it's got these really unique spots, which means the shark leather off of this is gonna look really cool.
Can you make me something?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, everyone.
Nice job.
Shark meat.
While everyone was working on their sandcastles, because I finished mine real fast, I went on a walk and I found a little building that I think might be nice if we checked it out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
An actual building or a sand castle?
Like a hut.
Like a shack.
Like a Oh,
Okay.
like- but like with walls, not with like walls full
is anyone
of
living
holes.
there?
No.
Big termites don't like it when you walk into the shacks.
No one's living there?
No.
We can't trespass on it.
If no one's
it's just
living
like,
there,
It's just like a
then
little
it's
little
not
beach-
trespassing.
Little beach shack.
Yeah, it's
But I
only
thought we-
trespassing.
I
Someone's
thought we
living
built a
there.
hole.
We can just
We
we just
can-
can check it out.
Come back to the hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll check it out.
We don't have to camp there. We just gotta look at it.
Let's
Okay.
go take a look.
Yeah, let's go.
She begins leading you down the beach and it's like, so how's everyone's day?
Right?
It was pretty good. I liked it. It was a good beach day.
Fine.
Cool.
How was your day?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a great time. No. an amazing time.
Good. I'm glad.
It's just around, and you come around a dune, and you'd see a little, like, white hut. It's, like, on some stilts, so when the tide comes in, it's off the water. It's got a little, like, ladder that goes up. So the hut.
Ooh.
I'll go first.
And Lamb will scramble on over to it and climb up the little steps and go on in.
It's like, I'm a shoulder cat, but I'm big and your
He's
shoulders
like,
are not.
Too big.
Too big for shoulders.
You need a big,
big.
fat, like, super villain chair for
I
him to sit on.
He doesn't know what he wants.
I wonder if they make, like, do they make cat office chairs? Like, office chairs with, like, a shelf on the back for cats to sit?
Probably. Or something that you attach to the back of your chair. So
Yeah.
That's a business opportunity. If somebody
Right
hasn't
there.
already done it, free idea.
Yep.
But pay me
Product
royalties,
idea.
please. Yeah, so you can go inside. Kiro and Mule, do you follow closely, or?
Kira will follow closely.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's curious about the beach shack too.
You walk in, and the walls on the inside are white as well. It gives a lot of light to the room, even in the fading sunlight, as day turns to dusk. There's a table there in the middle of the room and 3 chairs.
Oh, there's a chair for each of us. Well, I guess not
except
each of
Roy.
us.
Yeah.
If you want to turn into
Oh, it's
an
okay, I
otter
can
and sit on
stand.
my shoulders, you
I can
can.
stand. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Why did you bring us here?
Well, and there's God, what sound is it? There's a sound like oh God, it's a fucking trumpet. There's like a trumpet blast outside, and she goes, "That's why." And then the door swings open again, and you see a tall man, wearing sort of like an armored skirt, like Roman style armored skirt, and a helmet that's similarly Roman or Spartan. He has long red hair and a big smile, but with like the little like anime pointy tooth.
Boy thing.
And yeah. And a pair of forward swept bull horns. And he says, "Hey, Groi, good to see you're here." And he just like slaps her on the back, and she like wobbles a bit. She's like, "Hi, Sansa."
Kira is suddenly interested in what's going on.
Everyone, this is my coworker, Sanson. Sanson, this is Mule and Lamb and Kiro, the travelers from, when we talked. Ah, right. Good to meet you. And he reaches out a hand toward Mule as the closest seated.
He will put his hand out carefully,
He fucking
bracing for
crushes
impact.
it. Yeah, he doesn't hurt you, but it's like if he did squeeze any tighter, it would be hurting, right? And he like shakes you vigorously, and it like shakes your arm.
Well met.
Good to finally meet you. And turns to Lamb, holds out a hand, shakes. You've got a bajillion strikes, so you're fine, but you feel it, and he's like,
Yeah.
good handshake.
Thanks, you too.
Kinda.
And he
Mule
goes
is
to-
Clearly
massaging his
joking.
Mule is
He's telling
massaging
a
his
joke.
slightly numb hand.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, getting a little weak in my old age. Goes to Kiro, holds out his hand. And
Shake
he, like, begins squeezing your hand, and then feels, like, the back squeeze, and squeezes back more, right? To see if you push it even further.
Yeah, a little bit.
We see their muscles kind of bulge a little.
Yeah.
Like a wide shot.
He shakes vigorously and says, Summerlander, I like you. I one of my favorite people I followed once was a lot like you, I think.
Huh.
Well, I don't know how much Kuroi's told you yet.
Nothing.
Oh, great. So, you didn't
Nothing.
tell them about the Accords and the
What?
demons and the... No?
Not a thing.
I've heard about demons, but not
Curses.
quite.
Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. Listen up, because I'm only gonna fucking tell you this once. And he, like, a stool or a chair appears across the table from you, like, with its back towards you, and he sits down.
He said a bad word.
Hero is all ears, paying the most attention to anything she probably has since she joined the army. Or since her bridge.
And he says, heroes don't give up. Hell, that's how heroes are defined. And we fade to black a bit as he tells you the story of Legends of Mahoria. What happened at the talks between the four kingdoms. And then we come back and he says, not every legend is about a hero. Embellished or not, it's your call. Our legends are history. They tell us how we used to think, what we believed, what we valued, and what we feared. Legends are a letter from our past to our future in the event of our death. A warning of what is to come, but also a reminder of what came before. It's your turn to be heroes.
I beg your pardon?
Varun and Vedhatu have been causing trouble for centuries. But lately, what they tried to do in the City of Spring, what they did in the City of Sun, it's getting worse. He looks at Kuroi where she's like nervously fidgeting with her hands. It's got a lot of us really concerned. But Mikado vouched for you. He believed in you. And Kuroi and I think he was right to do so.
Well, we can do it.
Not like you are. We're gonna have to
What?
keep training.
Oh.
Right.
But more than that, you can't do it alone.
We're not
He-
alone. We have each other.
And that's why I think you'll become strong enough.
There's 3 of us and 3 of them. I think we'll be alright.
But this fight is a lot older than you. People have been fighting it for a long time.
Maybe if they wouldn't run and just fight.
Well, sometimes it's about choosing what's worth fighting for. But their strength can be your strength. If you look for these legends, these stories, the things they left behind, these stories are everywhere. And the artifacts that belong to these heroes, these legends, they can help you.
With that, we'll be strong enough to deal with them? Is that what you're saying?
He looks at Kuroi. And Kuroi's like, yeah. He shoots her sort of like a don't you dare look and says, I'm gonna be honest, we can't be sure. But we don't need to be certain. We believe in you. And you'll have our support.
He glances to the others.
I think we would do it even if we didn't.
Yeah, probably.
I think while the rest of us were busy, that's what Mikado saw in you. If you're ready, you're actually in luck. There is such an artifact nearby. A place called Star Island.
Oh my god, no.
Isn't that
Really?
where you're
That's
from?
my home. That's my hometown.
That's where, are we going
Yeah.
there?
We were going to visit home.
We're going there.
Whose
So we're
house
on our
is
way
it?
there.
Who has
What is it? What is
artifact
it?
lying
Tell us what
around
it is.
in our house?
What is it? Tell us what it is.
You need to learn for yourself. And he stands
You-
up from his chair. But
you
what I
have to tell
can
us at
tell
least
you
what the...
is you'll find it if you can get into the cave of Big Kahuna. And this artifact is what led your people to the islands in the first place.
Is it like a spear?
We're gonna find Kahuna. We're gonna catch. We're gonna hunt Kahuna. We're gonna catch
Bro.
Kahuna. We're gonna eat Kahuna for dinner. We're gonna
Why
raid
do you
Kahuna's
think
cave.
that, Carol? It's in the cave of Big Kahuna. It
Yeah,
doesn't
how else are we
mean
gonna
Big
find the cave
Kahuna.
unless we follow Big Kahuna home?
It's not even close to Christmas.
I mean, is there like a time limit on this thing? All right. Well, you know what? If we find Big Kahuna's cave now, I'll know where to come back come winter time and where to look for him. 'Cause he's gotta come home at some time.
The
I'm down.
the
Yeah.
time limit is, well, you've got about 3.5 months left before the next ceremony. So
Great.
Well, we're gonna be there for the next ceremony.
she looks at Sanson. We think they will too.
Well, we can
It's not
take them.
surprising.
We can take them.
All right, so we got all summer. Let's go. Let's go find Big Kahuna's cave. You know, I bet Uncle Finn knows where it is. He knows everything. I mean, maybe Gran.
We can figure it
Definitely
out from
Uncle.
the stories.
I know that we probably seem a little scatterbrained sometimes, but we can do it.
You think you're a mess.
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, just keep an eye on this one, see if she jumps out any windows.
How do you leave buildings half the time? I did that like a week ago.
But Carol, you take out doors so easily. Why would you need to use a window?
It gets expensive having to fix doors all the time. I mean, if
Well-
the window's open, why not just the
Why
window's
wouldn't you? Well, if you can open a window normally, why can't you just open a door normally?
Because windows are easier to open.
It
Also,
takes the
windows
same
are
amount of
usually-
effort
In
to
the
open a
summer,
window as it does to
all
open a door. It's not
In
more
the
effort to open a window.
In the summertime, all the windows are open anyways. So it's either jump out an already open window or like go to the door.
Why don't you just leave your doors open too?
Because then you get like crabs crawling in the house.
Crabs can crawl in through windows. I've seen them climb walls.
They usually don't come in through the windows. Well,
While the two of you are having that argument, Sanson and Kadoe move over to the corner, and we hear Sanson say, I think they'll be fine.
yeah. So I guess we're going
Anyway,
to our house. Convenient. We were already going there.
we were already going there. We're gonna say
Yeah.
hi to your family. We're gonna go to a cool cave. We're gonna
Yes.
say hi to the big kahuna.
Hopefully.
Jeff heard is a really cool
See,
water
We
slide.
could get a badge if we get. I'm not.
A badge?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we
Right.
get the what you didn't tell us what it was, what the artifact was, because it's a secret, because it's a surprise.
You'll know when
Probably
you see
like-
it.
The big kahuna.
Is it glowing? Is it Is it scary and
If it's
dark?
in the cave and it's tied to the people who founded the island, we can probably figure it out by whatever stories are around the founding of the island.
It's probably a freaking spear doing Kiro.
Probably.
What's wrong with spears?
Nothing's wrong with them.
Hug my glaive a little bit. Okay. Oh, I also have this gift for Uncle Finn. I pulled that like uncool spear that we got.
God.
They'll
He's
definitely
gonna love it.
He's gonna love it so much. Alright, so we're gonna stay the night at the beach. We could probably get to the island real soon. Kira would know how close they are at this point.
Yeah,
To
I
the
think there's
island?
like a small coastal town not far that you can get a boat. And,
And then
sail over.
probably just a day journey from the coastal
Yeah.
town. Like 2 days you could be there.
So I guess I'll see you there in a day and a half.
I like it. Alright, we'll see you then.
You're going ahead without us?
He and Kuroya look at each other and he says, I think Kuroya wants more time with you.
Oh, okay.
Right, well, we'll see you in a day and a half then. She'll hold her hand out to shake.
I think instead of shaking your hand, he reaches out and like grabs your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's clearly not trying to crush your arm anymore.
Yeah.
Just gives you a firm grasp and
Mm-hmm.
nods. Don't get into too many fights. He turns to Kuroi. I don't want to regret this.
Okay, we'll see you in a couple days.
He really likes fighting. He doesn't want to miss it. It's fine.
I was gonna say too many fights. I didn't think there was such a...
He has a whole thing. And he steps outside and Kuroi's like, so
Mule, are you okay?
Hmm?
Are you okay?
Yes. I was just
You-
thinking.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, we just need to be prepared for this, that's all. I'm going to check my books when we camp.
Okay.
Right.
let's do dinner?
Yeah.
Right, yes. Kiro, you were going to prepare the
Yep.
shark?
Yep.
All right, I'll figure something out I can do with that.
All right. And
she'll make a shark tooth necklace like hers, because her shark tooth necklace is the tooth from the first shark she punched. She'll make one for Lamb from the leopard shark too.
it's like those itty bitty too.
She'll make like
Several of them.
Yeah.
Perfect. And as
Congratulations, Lamb.
you settle in
All
for the
the hair.
night- oh yeah, just whoomp. As you settle in for the night, we pull back and look out at your little spot of firelight on the vast moonlit beach. And then we look up to the sky and see a star twinkle and then shoot across the sky. And that's where we end tonight. So, thank you so much for joining us for our beach episode. I have been anticipating this episode since the OVA, so I'm glad that we finally got to do some beachy shenanigans.
So good.
And yeah, let's go around and do some outros. Starting with our good snow boy, who is apparently also a really good sandcastle boy. Jess.
Listen, if you put a test of skill before Mule and you give him time to learn, he will make it perfect. Come hell or high water. I'm
High
Jess.
tide.
Yeah, hell or high tide, as the case may be. I'm Jess, Little Cup of Joe on the Twitters, where I usually retweet all the things that I am up to. Otherwise, you can follow me at all of these things over here. If you like shows I do, or games I play, or games I make, or the stuff I make for the games I run, you can get it all right here. Yeah, this was very fun.
Yay! Yeah, if you games, then just check out the links. Summer.
Hi, I am Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. That's where I tweet about everything that I've got going on this week. Tomorrow, at 3 p.m. PST, I am going to be on a brand new D&D campaign over on Tales from the Grim. I am fucking hype. I'm playing a pirate. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really excited. It's going to be great. Human fighter should be a blast. Tuesday, we'll be back with our premiere episode of season 2, I guess, of Alas for the Awful Sea, which will be a lot of fun. Wednesday, Katie and I are going to be doing a impromptu stream of a game that I made called Futurity, which is about oracles and telling the future. So Katie and I are going to be doing a 2-player game of that. Thursday and Friday, I think, are open, but always keep an eye on Twitter, because I never know what the fuck is going on. So
No one ever knows.
No one ever knows. Thank you. Yeah, this was so much fun. Beach. I beach. I miss the beach. Me as a real person misses.
Nicki Minaj.
Love it. Nicki Minaj.
And finally, last but certainly not least, back in her element, Lindy.
Hunter Supreme.
I can't believe I rolled so
Oh
well.
my god. Also,
Oh
I
my
just want
gosh.
to say, you made me feel like such a sandcastle noob with all of your like detailed description of sandcastle technique. So
The
good
beach,
job.
Dylan. It's right there.
I don't beach.
I would, but there's flesh-eating bacteria out for the next couple weeks. Where
Oh,
I'm at.
fun.
So,
Woo!
don't go to the Gulf Coast for a couple weeks. It'll be fine after that. But yeah, I'm Laugh Love Lindy. You can find me online, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Laugh Love Lindy, where I play it and GM a lot of tabletop RPGs. You can find me at this week on Encounter Roleplay, twice on WebDM. Not on Tales from the Grim this week, so you should still check them out on Wednesday. And on my channel on Monday and Tuesday for Mondays in Exandria and Mists of Ravenloft. And also this Friday is our once a month episode of Aliens, our Aliens Blade Runner mashup universe. So that's going to be super duper fun and spooky. So check that out Friday evening. And Unhallowed Metropolis, which is super fun. Come check that out on a Hollow Tales channel on Saturday afternoon.
Fantastic. I am Dylan. You can find me at Anarsis on fucking everything: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, and itch.io. Twitter is the best place to find me. You can also find me on that Discord link that is at near the bottom of the screen there, where you can yell at myself and also the rest of the cast about this show, other shows. Minecraft has been getting a lot of play in the Discord over in the games channel. All sorts of stuff. I am taking a week off starting tomorrow, so you will see me on Off the Table for Storms and Stars, and that's it. That's the only thing you're going to see me on this week. And that is at 6 Pacific? 6 Pacific. I'm getting there. And the next time you'll see me after that will actually be the following week for more Storms and Stars. But yeah, I'm giving myself a much needed vacation. I will still be tweeting. I'll be on the Discords. I'll be places and probably talking about stuff and probably making games and things. I will also be closing the September giveaway on Friday the 13th. Ooh, spooky. You can find that on my Twitter. It's not at the top of my Twitter right now because I had a huge thread today. But if you just search Twitter for @anrss and giveaway, it will be probably the most recent tweet of that. All you have to do is be following me on Twitter and like that tweet, and you will be entered to win a set of your choice of all of my maps and token borders that I have made and put up on Roll20. You will get an itch.io download link for whichever one you choose. If you win, I'll be drawing 7 winners on Friday. And the other thing is my Patreon, which you are probably familiar with by now because I've been talking about it a lot lately. But big update since last Sunday. Of course, the giveaway goal has been hit, but we also just hit my monthly homebrew goal on my Patreon, which has me every month, if we don't fall back down below it before the end of September. Every month I will be putting out homebrew content for games like Ryuutama and Dungeon World, and also games that I'm just reading that I like, or games that I'm writing at the moment. Playtest notes for that sort of stuff. And this upcoming October, at the beginning, assuming we're still hitting that goal, I will be releasing the homebrew classes that I made for this game. I will be releasing the Sage and the Fighter classes that I made custom for travel, and you will be able to play them yourselves in your games. And that document will also include some discussion of my design philosophy behind the classes, why I made them, where I think they fit in the game, and the sort of things that I think they enable in a Ryuutama story. And that will be released for free at the beginning of October. So look forward to that, and if you're not already pledged to the Patreon and you have a couple bucks to spare, consider dropping some money there to help fund further free RPG stuff for those that do not have a couple bucks to drop. But other than that, I want to say some thank yous. First of all, to everyone in chat, of course, for hanging out and giving us shit at the beginning of the stream for talking about marriage statistics for too long. But also, thank you, Rock, for the bits at the end of the show here. I really do appreciate it. It makes a difference. But most importantly, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.